First it's Cuphead and Smash, now Nintendo and Microsoft are working together on big things. Let's talk about all of it. Block content. What's happening, my Blocked buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. The Xbox, Microsoft, and Nintendo, the Switch, are working together, and of course, we've seen it happen with a lot of other games in the past, and Minecraft, and now Banjo-Kazooie and Smash Brothers, but if recent leaks and tweets by Sabi are to be believed, a lot of this stuff is actually coming to the forefront, and we might actually be seeing a bigger partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft, you know, very historically big rivals of one another. So I wanted to take the time and talk about all of this good stuff, and I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Brothers Ultimate, new fighters in our show, Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making videos on YouTube? Well, whatever you can think of, send your questions through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your questions live on the show in one of our next Question Blocked episodes. And here's a brand new giveaway. You can win this awesome Super Mario surprise capsule. Any Mario character, item, Yoshi could be inside. I leave them closed so you can find out what's inside when you win. I'm giving away 4 of these, so remember to like this video, subscribe to Blocked Content right now, and comment down below to enter for the giveaway. Alright guys, let's head right on into the news of today, and you know, I wanted to start off with this Sabi news because this actually is not completely hot off the press new news, but it actually got sent to me through the Discord, through our Facebook group, which I'm very thankful for, so thank you so much, Matt. You are super awesome. Sabi sends out a tweet on March 20th that basically just says, and it links to a little report made by news.xbox.com. So it's talking about GDC, which of course at the moment of recording has already happened, GDC 2019, evolving the ID at Xbox program for developers with Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Live, but it actually goes into detail about supposedly Cuphead and a little bit of Microsoft working together. So this is really cool because it talks about the technology of these actually coinciding and what the future could mean. It goes on to say, as with the most new technologies, we love to work with partners to help us explore new innovations we're bringing to developers. That brings us to Cuphead. Our friends at Studio MDHR already have experience with Xbox Live beyond the console. Cuphead is available on Windows 10 with Xbox Live as well. We've had some good conversations with them about Xbox Live and the gaming community, especially after we saw what Mojang had done with Minecraft and the Bedrock Edition. Well, they go on to say, growing out of these recent discussions, we are partnering with Studio MDHR to investigate bringing Xbox Live features beyond Xbox and PC to Nintendo Switch. Yes, this means that fans will now have the opportunity to experience Studio MDHR's award-winning debut game on Nintendo Switch with Xbox Live. We'll be working with Studio MDHR to implement Xbox Live features into Cuphead on the Nintendo Switch in the coming months. Given the early stage of our work with Studio MDHR, the Xbox Live features will appear in a post-launch update to Cuphead on Nintendo Switch. We'd like to thank Studio MDHR and Nintendo for their help in this investigation. So it's really cool that they give a little bit of insight about what that process is. And of course, the idea of actually Nintendo and Microsoft working together is not a brand new one, but it is something that we really are excited about because it could actually hint towards a lot more good stuff, you know, not even with Smash Brothers, which I know a lot of you guys already love. I mean, the idea that we have all these Microsoft kind of characters in Nintendo already, and having Banjo and Kazooie as playable characters in there is, you know, the tip of the iceberg, I feel. But also the fact that we could be looking at more games from Microsoft to actually come on the Nintendo Switch console, and not only that, but even working together like this, working together with Xbox Live and other online functionality. So to me, that is a huge get. And it also coincides with the next piece of news we're going to be talking about, and that is not anything. That is actually talking about Rare Replay, right? So someone on Twitter actually asked Sabi, what is this? You have a concrete source telling you Rare Replay will be coming to Switch? So out of the blue, and then Sabi just comments saying, somebody who works within Microsoft actively on this one. Yes. So absolutely, Rare Replay might actually be coming to Nintendo Switch, and the way that they're going to go about doing it might be with the same technology, the technology to actually work with Xbox Live. So they all have the content on their servers, all the online stuff goes through there, so they really keep a close handle on everything that happens with the game. It's just being hosted on Nintendo Switch. That is the platform that you're going to be playing it on. So supposedly, all the crazy ideas that we might be playing a brand new version of Rare Replay that has all these games that, we've come up, playing on the Nintendo consoles, like Donkey Kong 64, stuff like that are not necessarily in Rare Replay yet, because of course they don't have the rights to most of those games. We might actually be seeing the traditional version of Rare Replay. So basically the original version that just included games like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, right? The Battletoads games, Conker's Bad Fur Day, stuff like that. So I really think that this could be an interesting partnership, especially if they do it a little bit more close and they actually work together on the ground level to make sure that we do actually get stuff like, oh, here's the Donkey Kong Country games, or here's Donkey Kong 64, or a game like GoldenEye, stuff that, on their own they might not have all the rights for, but working with Nintendo, of course, they will most definitely have all those rights. So working together and creating this one grand experience that will give you all these games on the go. I mean, take your Nintendo Switch anywhere and have all these Rare Replay games. That is going to be the biggest get for both companies. So I really hope that something like this is going to happen, because as Sabi said, someone who works actively within Microsoft is Source, so basically is talking about all these things, and would supposedly even say that Rare Replay is coming to Nintendo Switch. And of course, now we're a little bit further, we're almost a year on from these initial tweets that have now just been sent to me and now have come unearthed, and not too many people have actually looked these up. So I think that it might actually be closer rather than, far away. I think that sooner rather than later, we might actually find this out in a Nintendo Direct that's upcoming. And of course, that ties into our discussions that we had yesterday and the day before, and it seems to eclipse each other, right? It seems that the Nintendo Direct that we've been talking about, the thing that will most definitely happen within February, because if it's not January, historically, it will be February. Well, we might actually be getting some news from Microsoft's end, or we might actually be getting some news especially for Rare Replay. If this all ties together, then I feel like the timing, the perfect storm of great news would be, this huge Nintendo Direct with everything that we can expect this year, maybe some news on the development of Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4 that might not even come out this year, but seeing a little something might already be great. The idea that we might get to see more about an Odyssey sequel, that is my personal favorite. The Paper Mario game, remake or reboot or sequel, whatever that has been rumored, and of course a little segment about Microsoft that I could really see happening, because not only do we have the great partnership with, sort of an exclusive with Cuphead coming to Smash Brothers, and of course all the other great stuff with Banjo and Kazooie, their stage, all of that being really well made. Well, I feel like this could be the perfect idea for Sakurai to say, hey, maybe we open up the conversation that we have with Microsoft and Rare and, open it up a little bit more towards broad Nintendo, and it isn't just a Smash Brothers Sakurai thing, but it actually extends way on into the distance of the Nintendo console. So the Nintendo Switch itself might actually get the renaissance of Rare back at it again. So I feel like we are long overdue for some great Rare content on Nintendo, and, whet our appetite a little bit with Banjo and Kazooie, but we feel like it's time for a Rare renaissance, right? The Rare Renaissance, maybe. So I'm really curious about all of that. If we see a remade or a rebooted Donkey Kong 64, that would be an incredible dream of mine. I would totally love to see that game reimagined with a new style, stuff like that. So if they end up working together, and if the original members kind of come back to Rare that made those games great, I'm sure that we're all going to be in for one great Rare surprise. So of course, I'd love to hear what you guys think of this. If you comment down below, you could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, do you want Rare Replay on the Nintendo Switch? So let me know in the comments down below. As for our previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from our user Genesis, and I totally love the name, Sonic inspired, right? I really hope Geno does make it to Smash. I think it would make a lot of the fans happy and open up the doors for new opportunities for other characters to get in, mostly because of where Geno came from. He's not just a regular Mario character, he was made by both Nintendo and Square Enix, and from what we've seen from Cloud being in Smash, it could be possible, even if we get just a couple of music tracks. I mean, this is a game where you can see Mario, Banjo, and Kazooie, and Joker fight together. even if it's just a Sans or a Cuphead costume situation, it would still show that Sakurai cares for the character. And Genesis, yes, a really fun comment, so thank you so much for sending it in. I totally agree, it would be incredible to see Gino in any way whatsoever. I mean, there's already a Spirit in the game, that's not enough. We really want at least a Mii costume, and if we do get a Mii costume, make it a Gunner costume that is a little bit like that Sans or like that Cuphead costume, where it has, you know, some slight characteristics to it, some slight animation, some slight details to the character that doesn't mean that it is a Mii costume, that you really feel like you're playing as the character. I feel like that would make people very, very happy, and it would be a close moveset to what we think Gino could actually be in Smash. But also, you know, if we think about an original character, that would of course be a lot more fun. We've seen all the mods in different projects like Project M. I think that there's a lot you can do with Gino as an original character, but what way will Sakurai go? I mean, the future will tell, but I do believe that Sakurai loves the character. He stated it before, so I think there's something going to happen there. And if it's a Mii costume, I'm sort of happy. If it's an original character, then I'm just going to be super happy. So I really hope that that's going to happen. So thank you guys so much for sending in your comments. These are always so much fun to go through. And of course, a big shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and the super chats during our live streams. You make block content possible. And we're doing a stream for the Australian wildfires very soon. So to raise a little bit of money and awareness for the cause, I really hope that you guys will join me very soon. I have a date to announce really quickly. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, hit subscribe now, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun that you care about will be delivered on the daily to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. Gino World!